think it's fair to ask, why does it matter that we achieve more gender equity in tech? Every study that's ever been done has shown that the more gender equity you have in your business at the board level, at the C level, in your technology organization, startup, big company, doesn't matter how you measure it, the company does better. Return on investment, return on invested capital, fewer bankruptcies, better profit margins, so on and so forth. So if you care about the profitability of your company, you should care about having better gender equity amongst your ranks. Secondly, we have a workforce issue in this country. Today, we are graduating 50% of the needed technology workforce from US colleges and universities. And the data shows that if we keep going at the rate we're going, by 2026, we're going to be graduating 17% of the needed tech workforce. And I will simply assert that this is a math problem. It's almost impossible to imagine how you can solve that problem if you leave half of the available talent pool sitting on the sidelines. In fact, it's more than half the available talent pool because today, 58% of the undergraduate population are women, and that number has been increasing over years. Hard to know how we solve that workforce problem if we don't get women off the sidelines of the tech industry and into the workforce. And so we asked ourselves, well, if the traditional doors into a tech internship are not open for these young women, how do we create a new door? And we created this program called a WiTNY. A WiTNY is a 3-week paid internship, paid by the companies, in January between first and second semesters for freshmen and sophomore women in tech-related fields. This is an experience that has a low barrier of entry to companies. We send them in a small cohort of 5, take them for 3 weeks, give them a great experience. They work on a challenge project. It's part philanthropy and part will introduce you to an amazing new supply chain, but would be transformational for the students. Transformational in terms of their resume juice, if you will, but also in terms of them having the experience and the confidence of having worked in a large corporation. So last year, 60 companies participated in the WiTNY WiTNY program. You can see them all here. Of course, Cognizant was one of them. We thank you very much for that. And of course, the question is, were the results as transformational as we expected? The proof is in the pudding. In the last 2 years, 740 CUNY women have worked as WinTerns at those companies, and their ability to land a summer tech internship went from under 5% to 54%. I want to point out that 80% of those opportunities were not at the host company where the student did the WinTernship, which means they were able to parlay that little 3-week experience into getting an interview and getting a summer internship job offer. The other thing I want to raise is that retention in the major for those students went up from 12 to 24%. Participating in this program attached them to the major in a way that no other program has been shown to do. And the question is, why is that? What's going on here? Those women are learning some incredibly important lessons through programs like this. They are learning how to be on a team and be great teammates, but not be deferential. They're learning how to be competitive and not be petty. And perhaps most importantly, they are learning how to be rocket boosters for all the women around them while propelling themselves forward. And so my question to you is, can you all find ways to be rocket boosters for all the women around you while propelling yourself forward?
Thank you.